Hey, folks, welcome. This is American Liberty Radio Network, AmericanLibertyRadio.weebly.com. It's the 12th of July. Hey, if you need voiceover work done, I'm right here. Contact me. I can do it. I do various characters. I don't mimic or copy anyone else. I have my own, just, whatever you need. You've got advertising, you got narration, you got, a book for, audio book that you want done. Hey, contact me, AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. So anyway, hey, let me read you something that I wrote earlier, and those who follow me have probably seen this already. But I want to read it to those that haven't seen it, and you can go to my personal page, Wayne S. Pierce, on Facebook. Just check that out. There's a lot going on in the news, folks. Yeah, 2 words, Joe Scarborough. If you haven't heard, I'll get to that after I read this for you. That's coming up. I said this. There's a couple of things that I want to address, and I want to make this very, very clear. There's a couple of things that I find to be a little disturbing, and I call into question the integrity and character of other people because, well, you got to hold them accountable, and I would hope that people would use common sense, but I think they forego that for a more liberal, politically correct, identity, whatever it is. But I said this. This is on my personal page, Wayne S. Pierce on Facebook. For the most part, people project their preconceived concepts about what they think I am onto me. My response is to ignore it because I know who I am and what I'm doing. The following is an observation. When I compliment someone or something like that, that's all it is. A compliment. Others may see it as something else. When that happens, it just shows how shallow and narrow-minded people truly are. If I complimented a friend of mine who's a woman, it's only a compliment. I'm not trying to pick up on her. Most of my women friends know that and respond appropriately. Some women I know just ignore me or think I'm creepy. See the narrow-mindedness there? Women, when a guy compliments you for how you look, remember, it's a compliment. It's not sexual harassment. They're not sexually harassing you. Stop being so politically correct and just take the compliment. Why am I saying anything? Because we live in such a politically backwards and disturbed society that people can't seem to break through the liberal progressive indoctrination and all that bullcrap to see things through the eyes of common sense. So, women, next time a guy compliments you on how you look and you know he's sincere and genuine, take the compliment and stop running off to your bosses or friends to rat him out. Just an observation and an opinion. Thank you. That's one of the things I wanted to tell you. I'm just sick and tired of the political correct bullcrap. And it needs to go away. Oh, and let me dovetail all of that into this situation that goes on in our country now where people self-identify as certain things, or believe that they're entitled to certain things, or that, I don't want that person to say anything because it offends me. Everything that comes out of their mouth is offensive and I want them to shut up. Here, let me dovetail that little mini rant into this. This is what I said on my personal Facebook page, Wayne S. Pierce. Millennials, snowflakes, social justice warriors, self-important, delusionally entitled trust fund babies, and others seem to think everyone owes them something. Not. They're a bunch of indoctrinated ne'er-do-wells who absolutely know nothing about how to suck off the teat of corporate welfare. The golden spoon in their mouths they were born with is now tarnished and is poisoning them. They have absolutely no idea what true blue, honest-to-goodness hard work is. Any politician or special interest group that supports the overregulation of small business or any anti-capitalist program should immediately pack their shit and move to Mexico or Russia or China. Podcast coming soon. And here it is. I'm done with stupid people. I've said that before, and I've said it in past, podcasts and live broadcasts. I'm done with stupid people. I'm not gonna put up with them anymore. I'm not. Now, somebody would say and argue and make the argument and probably make good points in saying, well, you don't want people to disagree with you. People are going to disagree with you, and you don't want that. Well, no. Hold on there, Einstein. I want people to disagree with me. That's number one off my list. I'm just telling you behind the scenes of what I like and what I look forward to and expect. Not only respect and common sense, but here's this. People can disagree with me. I'm okay with that. That's fine. I disagree with other people. That's fine. But what I don't like is I don't like people disagreeing with me, pointing their finger, asserting or claiming or proclaiming certain things about me that, number one, are not true, and number two, they have no evidence to back up anything they say. You see you see how that works? They don't know anything. They're full of bullcrap, and that's just the way it is. The second thing is, it's not that I don't want people to disagree with me. I want people to be responsible and use common sense to say, wait a minute, I'm making these accusations and claims, but I have nothing to back up what I'm saying. Okay, I won't say anything. I disagree with them, but I don't have anything to back up what I disagree with them on, so I'm not going to say anything. That's the second thing. You disagree with me all you want. And the third thing is really simple. I mean... It's really simple. When we're in a discussion, and I've had this happen to me in the past and numerous times, and I've held people responsible and basically put their feet to the fire. And when somebody is sitting there discussing things with me and tries to manipulate their words to manipulate me to believe that what I'm saying is wrong, yeah, that's when I get up from the table and walk away. Because I know all the tricks, okay? I know every single trick these people know. And I can, when they open their mouth in the first 5 seconds, I already know what they're going to do. And I ignore them completely. And by the way, I know how to counter each and every single one of those little tactics. Okay? So, I'm just saying, I'm giving you the information so that you know what to expect when you have a debate with me, okay? That's I love my coffee. I just read an article, not an article, but I read a headline that said, coffee extends your life. Black coffee, it helps, clean you out and, helps you live, and it's healthier. And I'm like, well, that's cool because I like dark chocolate and I like black coffee. So I'm going to be living a long time, aren't I? So anyway, little tech issue here. Excuse me, a little tech issue here. I tried doing a live Facebook broadcast and Wi-Fi is it's not working. I went closer to my Wi-Fi router, or whatever the hell it is, in the other room, and it still wasn't working on my phone. And I have Wi-Fi connected on my phone, and it should say, okay, live, go to a live Facebook broadcast. It should just pop right on and say you're broadcasting. No, it says connect. So there's something wrong either with the phone or something. I don't know. So, hey, any of you tech gurus out there want to tell me what could be the possible problem in this? The Wi-Fi in the studio is kind of slow, so I need to plug myself in instead of, having it wireless. But little tech issues. So any tech gurus out there, anybody from Apple, anybody from, Microsoft, whatever, if you guys want to volunteer your information to me and let me know what the hell's going on, or Samsung, hey, hello, Samsung, where are you? I need to know what the hell's going on because I can't do a live Facebook broadcast on my phone, from my phone onto Facebook. And my Wi-Fi routers are good. They're working, so I don't know what the problem is. But passwords, all that, I don't know what the problem is. So Samsung, let me know. Email me, AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. Also, by the way, another tech issue. I'm sorry, I'm just giving you all kinds of tech issues here, right? But this is what happens, okay? I'm letting you know, tech gurus out there, help me out here. On my Windows system, which I'm using right now, on the Spreaker side of things, when it says connect to Skype, it says download VB cables or whatever the hell it is. I can't get it to work. I've tried and tried and tried and tried, went to different resources, it won't work on my PC. It won't work on my Windows, PC. I turn on my Mac Mini, I go to, Soundflower, is that what it is? Works perfectly. So, hey, Spreaker, let me know what the hell's going on because I can't figure this out. I've been trying for weeks to try to get it to work, and it's just not working. It's just not working. So, anyway. Enough of the tech issues. Let's get on to the news, shall we? Soros Alliance of Tech Giants joins Pornhub to create quote-unquote Day of Action protest. Soros Alliance with Google teams with, let me read that correctly. Soros Alliance with Google teams with porn giant to preserve Obama-era net neutrality censorship rules. Google, Facebook, Amazon are among the internet giants in an alliance engineered by George Soros, teaming up with Pornhub to create a day of internet havoc billed as the Battle of Net Neutrality, designed to, quote, show the world the real impact of net neutrality by hitting internet users where it hurts their porn consumption habit, unquote. I'm just going to leave that there. Let me read that again so you understand where this is coming from. There's 3 things in that paragraph I'm going to point out. Google, Facebook, and Amazon, that's not them, are among the internet giants in alliance engineered by George Soros, teaming up with Pornhub to create a day of internet havoc billed as the, quote, battle for net neutrality, unquote, designed to, quote, to show the world the real impact of net neutrality by hitting internet users where it hurts, the porn consumption habit, unquote. Let me point out 3 things. Those companies, Google, Facebook, Amazon, and others, I'm sure, don't want a free and open internet. They don't want it. Those 3 right there don't want it. Google says, well, privacy issues. Facebook says privacy issues. Amazon, privacy, all this, blah, blah, blah. You can go look at their terms of service. You can go look at their information, those FAQ statements that they make, all that. That's one thing. They don't want an open and free internet. George Soros is teaming up to limit everyone. Or I'm just going to say, let's throw the word limit out for a minute. He wants to just totally destroy patriot movements, free speech, open and free internet. He wants all his buddies to align themselves in one faction, and that is shut down everyone else except their own voice. And they want their own voice to be the only voice that everyone ever hears. Wow, that goes... Doesn't that sound familiar? 1984 come to mind, I guess. George Orwell may have been right. I don't know. I don't know. Let me go on and into this article. Pornhub plans to load its internet website today, Wednesday, the 1st of July. This is back, let me show you. This is coming out from Jerome Corsi, Infowars.com, 12th of July, 2017. Pornhub plans to load its internet website today, Wednesday, July 1st, with a slow-loading icon. Pornhub plans to irritate internet users, demonstrating what the Soros alliance of internet giants wants to represent as a slower, less user-friendly internet that will be the future should the FCC repeal the Obama-era net neutrality rules. In other words, a free and open internet, okay, all of your porn consumption is going to be limited in its flow to your area. I just came up with this thought. I need you to do some homework, folks. I need you to do some homework. Okay? Excuse me, making a little noise there. And what I'd like you to do is follow the money and connect the dots. Follow the money and connect the dots. Who is Pornhub? Who owns them? Who is funding them? Where is there? Do they have a holding company? Most companies do. Do they have a holding company on the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ? Are they being funded by public money? We need to know this because, number one, we need to shut them down. Is porn bad? In some cases, yes. Statistics have shown that pornography use in the home has caused the rise in, believe it or not, divorce. Not, you might have thought sexual abuse. No. Divorce is higher than that due to pornography. Okay? Some statistics have shown. So, let me read that again to give you the encapsulated version of what they want, of the Soros-backed Google, Facebook, and Amazon, and all of that, and what havoc they're going to rain on this battle for net neutrality. Pornhub plans to load its internet website today, and this is 12 days ago, Wednesday, July 1st, with a slow-loading icon. Pornhub plans to irritate, that's what it says, irritate internet users, demonstrating what the Soros alliance of internet giants wants to represent as a slower, less user-friendly internet that will be the future should the FCC repeal the Obama-era net neutrality rules. Infowars.com has previously reported Google has joined George Soros' Open Society Foundation and the Ford Foundation in funding more than $72 million since 2006, lobbying hard to retain the Obama-era net neutrality rules in place that allow internet giants such as Google, Facebook, and Twitter to continue censoring conservative and libertarian websites, including Infowars.com. Bingo. There it is, right there. I'm going to put the rest of this on American Liberty Radio podcast because you folks need to know this. This is complete net neutrality. Let me spell it out for you. Censorship. I don't give one rip what people, oh, it's a good thing. No, it's not. It's censorship. A free and open internet is the last bastion of freedom of speech because, as you know, if you look around your area, and you may want to take pictures and send that to me, there are signs that say free speech zone. Go look. When we lived in Reno, Nevada, we went to the Sparks Marina. There's a sign right there on the community bulletin board that says free speech zone. I've got pictures of it. The Soros-backed groups want to shut down the free and open internet to only allow them to have access to it. Now, go check something else out. The Fairness Doctrine. Go check that out, okay? That article's on American Liberty Radio Network, American Liberty Radio Podcast on Facebook. I'm I'm done. I'm done. We have to fight for freedom now. We have to fight for freedom. If you saw my video that I just recently posted on Facebook, we need to fight for freedom. We are back in that environment where we now have to take the reins and show these corporate shills and these massive corporations and the founders or the creators of this North American Union and the New World Order that we, the people of the United States of America and people all around the world who are patriots and want peace, freedom, liberty, and security for their nation, that we're not going to take this crap anymore. Google paid professors to publish papers attacking antitrust charges. Google joined Soros in funding net neutrality censorship rules. The Wall Street Journal stepped up pressure on Google Wednesday morning by publishing a report documenting that over the last decade, Google has paid academics between $5,000 to $400,000 for research supporting the company's market dominance position, seeking to have academics publish research useful to Google in deflecting antitrust accusations by the Federal Trade Commission. The Wall Street Journal article explained Google kept a wish list of academic papers that included working titles, abstracts, and budgets for each proposed academic paper the company wanted published, as Google searched for willing authors, some of whom shared their research drafts with Google prior to publication, others of whom failed to disclose in print the payment received from Google for conducting the publishing the research. It's a sham, folks. Google. If you look at the very nature of what Google is and look at who's funding them, who started them, who put it all together, Eric Schmidt is a globalist. He's been at the Bilderberg meetings several times. It's I'm going to search for this because and here I go. I'm going off a little bit here. I'm going to go off into this direction because I want to show you something. Two things, if I can find one of them. Sorry, excuse me. I'm literally still fighting that damn sinus infection. I'm going to put this up here because this is something I'm putting. I saw 3 videos here just now. I went to YouTube and looked this up. I'm going to put 3 of these videos on American Liberty Radio podcast for you guys to take a look at. And I want you guys to really, I need some input on this. What do you guys think about this? Okay? What do you guys think about this? And I'm going to put them up. One is up now, and I'm going to go back and grab the other 2 because these things are, I'm going to put them in reverse chronological order because one was 6 years ago, another one was 5 years ago, another one was a year ago. So I'm going to put this up. The second one is going up now on American Liberty Radio podcast and in the comment section of the one I just put up there. And I need your feedback on this. Go to American Liberty Radio podcast and they're lengthy videos. I mean, it's you're going to have to take time to watch these and really, dig through these and find, just watch them. Assess them however you want, but just watch them because this is important. This is who Facebook truly is, okay? And now, and that's on YouTube. You can go look it up. And I'm going to put up another one right up underneath of that as well. And let's, there we go. I found the one I was looking for. I saw it before. I just hate these, starts by itself. It just bugs the crap out of me. I'm putting this one up on the American Liberty Radio podcast right underneath the other 3 I put up. So go to American Liberty Radio Podcast, look at these videos, and I need some interaction from you. Let me know what you think. Let me know what's on your mind about these things. That's American Liberty Radio Podcast. There's 4 videos I just put up right now. They're there. So go check those out. And I need feedback. I want you to let me know what you think about this. And Soros-funded protest at White House demands prosecution for Donald Trump Jr. Protesters could be seen holding placards produced by the progressive PAC, MoveOn.org, with the phrases resist and investigate Trump. And since I read that, I'm going to put that on American Liberty Radio Podcast on Facebook. It's important, folks, that you know what the hell's going on. And I seriously believe that anybody who looks at me and scoffs at the idea that anything is happening, anything wrong, and, oh, you're nothing but a conspiracy theorist, if they keep asserting that. People do that, by the way. They make claims that I'm a conspiracy theorist when, honestly, they're full of crap, and they always have been and they always will be. And I know former coworkers and current colleagues of mine, I mean, they look at me, and we'll work together, but we just don't talk politics. We don't, because they know for a fact where I stand, and they just don't want to hear it, because they don't want the truth and the facts in their face. They don't want to admit they're wrong. And that's number one. They don't want to admit they're wrong. And they won't apologize for it. They won't apologize for it. And you probably know people like that as well. Let me put this up on American Liberty Radio Podcast. I mentioned it just a few minutes ago. Joe Scarborough, MSNBC host of the Morning Joe. Joe Scarborough announces he's leaving the GOP. Trump effect. MSNBC's resident rhino sheds his skin. MSNBC's Joe Scarborough on Tuesday announced he's leaving the Republican Party and becoming an independent. Quote, I'm a Republican, but I'm not going to be a Republican anymore, he said during an appearance on CBS's The Late Show. Scarborough was scheduled to appear on Tuesday's edition of the Late Night Talk Show with Mika Brzezinski, his fiancée and Morning Joe co-host. The change in the party affiliation comes after Brzezinski and Scarborough have repeatedly clashed with President Trump this year. Well, because things aren't going their way. Mika Brzezinski is the daughter of the late Zbigniew Brzezinski, who died recently, like last month. And the world's smallest violin is playing the saddest song in the world. Sarcasm. That's on American Liberty Radio Podcast. Says read more, so that's why it's on there. So there you go. Report. Establishment GOP would prefer President Pence swamp Republicans disloyal to the commander-in-chief. Why? Because they're not getting their backdoor deals done. They're not getting their money flow is getting cut off. That's why. Axlos, A-X-L-O-S, I believe that's what it is. Axios, A-X-I-O-S, AXIOS.com. This is on Infowars.com, 12th of July, 2017. President Trump increasingly feels and knows that he's fighting virtually every force in the U.S. and global politics, even those who initially wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt or seem friendly. The only people truly on his side are the 40% of the voters who continue to cheer his middle finger to the powerful. All those forces, basically permanent Washington plus crucial world leaders, are deeply suspicious of Trump and see an increasing duty to thwart him for moral and practical reasons. Most elected Republicans in town would privately prefer a President Pence when push comes to shove. They may not protect Trump. Indeed, their natural impulse will be to throw him overboard. Why? Why don't you go read more, because there's more to read. It says read more right there. So go draw your own conclusion. Assess it yourself, judge it yourself, and draw your own conclusion on that. There you go. I'm giving you the links. I'm giving you the stories. I'm giving you the headlines. I'm telling you exactly what's going on. And you're sitting there doing what? That's what I thought. I'll be back right after this. AmericanLibertyRadio.weebly.com. You know what you want. You want the truth. You want the facts. Without all the BS. American Liberty Radio Network. AmericanLibertyRadio.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Distorted Reality. I am your host, Nick Tucker, and I welcome you to the broadcast.
Distorted Reality with Nick Tucker. DistortedReality.podbean.com and Distorted Reality with Nick Tucker on American Liberty Radio Network.
There's a show that's not afraid to ask questions no one else will ask. Not afraid to say
what no one else will say.
Friday nights at 7 p.m. Listen to Restricted Airspace with Tina Marie, where no topic is off limits. Conspiracy theories, paranormal activities, hoaxes, the unexplained. It's what we talk about. Question everything. Trust no one. Restricted Airspace with Tina Marie. Friday at 7 p.m. on the KCOR Digital Radio Network out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Hello, everybody. This is Brian Lang with Live Truth Radio and TV. You're listening to Wayne S. Pierce with American Liberty Radio.
Hey, folks, welcome back. This is American Liberty Radio Network, American Liberty Radio Podcast, right here on Spreaker.com and also at AmericanLibertyRadio.weebly.com. How you doing? How you doing, folks? Are you good? This is the 12th of July, 2017. Yeah. We got a lot going on, don't we? I gotta laugh in the face of these liberals that think they're gonna, pull down this government, Movement to topple CNN's airport monopoly gains steam. America's sick of fake news propaganda in public spaces. I want to put that up there. You draw your own conclusion on that one. I'm not going to read that one for you. But, yeah, CNN, yeah, the epitome of fake news. I remember when they first came on air back in the 80s. Remember that? Remember when they came on air? And it's like, oh, this is CNN. Remember that? James Earl Jones, doing that. Yeah, it's they. Yeah, there is no truth in journalism anymore. It's all propaganda, except for independent news, independent networks. Distorted Reality with Nick Tucker, Alex Jones Infowars, Michael Savage, Rush Limbaugh. Myself, Brian Lang. I mean, they're all we're not perfect. I'm not for me. I speak for me, but we're not perfect. And I know that I may have overlooked a few things. I'm okay with that because it just makes me go back and say, what did I overlook? Let's go take a look at that. And I'm fine with that. And that's why people disagree with me all the time. It's like, well, you don't know. Really? Well, why don't you fill me in instead of sitting there accusing me of something that you don't know anything about? So there you go. Let me, I think this is a video, but I'm going to put this video up anyway. As soon as my browser decides to want to work. This is going up on American Liberty Radio Podcast. This is this is why the left hates America. Alex Jones explains that to you. Speaking of Alex Jones. Some people don't like him. He's not some people's cup of tea. Okay. I just don't. I don't. Yeah. Oh. We want to talk about censorship. Let's talk about censorship, shall we? Paul Joseph Watson, Infowars.com, 12th of July, 2017, reports Associated Press lists words terrorist, Islamicist as politically incorrect. Migrants must now be called people struggling to enter Europe. The Associated Press has forbidden journalists from using politically correct words like terrorist, Islamicist, and even migrant, according to journalist Rachel Alexander. The 2017 AP style book, intended as a universal guide for writers, censors a number of different words in what clearly betrays the organization's leftist bias. In an article from The Hill, wow, talk about leftists, Alexander explains how when journalists submit an article to a mainstream media outlet, editors will simply change the offending words and replaces them with politically correct alternatives. Quote, a pro-life author who submits a piece taking a position against abortion will see the words pro-life changed to anti-abortion, unquote, because the AP style book instructs, quote, use anti-abortion instead of pro-life and pro-abortion rights instead of pro-abortion or pro-choice, unquote, she writes. The words terrorist and Islamicist are also sanitized and replaced with militant lone wolves or attackers, while migrants or refugees are to be referred to as, quote, people struggling to enter Europe, unquote. Alexander told Fox and Friends, quote, we're seeing these words increasingly scrubbed from news articles and replaced by politically correct words instead, unquote. There you go. Putting that on American Liberty Radio podcast. I need some interaction, folks. Go to American Liberty Radio podcast on Facebook and interact, man. Tell me what you think. Tell me what's on your mind. Really want to know. You know, it helps you help me be better at everything, right? So interact with me, folks. You can email me at AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. American Liberty Radio at USA.com. Senator Rand Paul, Senate GOP decides to keep Obamacare. The Senate Obamacare bill does not repeal Obamacare, not even close. Breitbart is reporting this, 12th of July, 2017. I miss the old days. This is what one of the Breitbart writers has said. I miss the old days when Republicans stood for repealing Obamacare. Republicans across the country and every member of my caucus campaigned on repeal, often declaring they would tear out Obamacare root and branch. This is what Senator Rand Paul writes for Breitbart. What happened? Now, too many Republicans are falling all over themselves to stuff hundreds of billions of taxpayer dollars into a bill that doesn't repeal Obamacare and feeds big insurance a huge bailout. Obamacare regulations, still here. Taxes, many still in place, totaling hundreds of billions of dollars. Insurance company bailouts, those too. Remember when Republicans complained about Obamacare's risk corridors? Remember when we called the corridors nothing more than insurance company bailouts? Rand Paul says, I remember when one prominent GOP candidate during a presidential debate explicitly called out the Obamacare risk corridors as a bailout to insurance companies. Does anyone else? How now the Senate GOP plan being put forward is chock full of insurance bailout money to the tune of nearly $200 billion. Rand Paul continues and says, Republicans, present company excluded, now support the idea of lowering your insurance premium by giving a subsidy to the insurance companies. Remarkable. If the GOP now supports an insurance stabilization fund to lower insurance prices, maybe they now support a new car stabilization fund to lower the price of cars. Or maybe the GOP would support an iPhone stabilization fund to lower the price of phones. It says read more. I'm going to put this on American Liberty Radio podcast. You see how insane this crap is, folks? Do you see now what I've been saying? Democratic socialists and Republican fascists. There you go. He points it out. Senator Rand Paul points it out specifically right there. They're giving bailouts to the insurance companies. because they don't want to repeal or get rid of Obamacare. Why? Because too many people are making a profit off of the Obamacare policies. Now, also look at the exchanges that are now failing miserably that signed on to Obamacare. The Obamacare, the health insurance exchanges that are out there are going by way of Common Core. States are getting rid of them. Okay? Do you understand what I've been saying here in the last several months? The Democratic Socialist and the Republican Fascist are part of the Progressive Party that want to destroy the United States of America. Somebody may argue, well, what's so bad about bailing out an insurance company to keep our rates low, to keep our premiums low? You know what a bailout is, folks? For Big Pharma and for these big insurance companies, you know what a bailout is? It's a bribe. It's a bribe. So when new policies or new ideas come up for healthcare, the Big Pharma, big insurance companies are going to be there already paid to write the policies that you and I have to follow. And it's not going to keep the premiums low. You understand how that works? It's a huge freaking bribe. That's what a bailout is from the GOP to the big pharma and big insurance companies. That's what it is. I don't give one rip. I mean, you got to look at this logically. I am. Let me give you this little analogy. It's the farmer looking at the fox at the hen house going, why are you stealing my chickens? Why are you stealing my hens? And the farmer is trying to get rid of the fox because the fox is not guarding the hen house. He's stealing shit. You know what I'm saying? He's stealing from the farmer. You see? Add to that the farmer's son or maybe the farmer's competitor right next door coming over looking at the fox and saying, I understand you got a job here to do. I understand it. That's okay, but here's a few bucks. You steal some of the hens for me, the better ones, and I'll pay you a little bit. But you keep, you do what you do. I'm using the fox guarding the hen house. It doesn't work. Okay, it does not work. Period, does not work. Never has worked, never will work. And you flip that coin over and you've got bribery in the big pharma, big insurance companies. That bribery is called a bailout. Remember I was talking about, talking about changing words to a more politically correct term? Yeah, bailouts are bribes. Okay, there you go. Bailout. That's the politically correct term. The actual term is bribe. That's what it is, okay? I'm not telling you any more than what you already know, probably, but if you didn't know this, that's exactly what it is. It's a bribe. It's, come on. I'm not. The GOP has failed the American people, period. End of sentence. The GOP has really destroyed the trust of the American people. They've let us. They've let people down. I say let us, but they let people down. You want to see what's going to happen in America? In America, and there's an A before that. You want to see what's going to happen in America? Meanwhile, in Venezuela, the real Mad Max emerges. Bikers chase bomb sugar truck to steal payload. Bomb sugar. Pfft. Let me read that correctly. Bikers chase and bomb sugar truck to steal payload. There we go. Commas do matter. While Silicon Valley seems obsessed with blood boys, it's another part of the world that appears to have gone full Mad Max, as the following clip shows a gang of bikers chase down and attack a truck with Molotov cocktails to steal its sugar payload. Not quite the gazillion or bullets that Fury Road offers. Did I say gazillion? Here, let me put that up. It's videos. There's videos there. Let me put that up on American Liberty Radio Podcast. Yeah, my grammar sucks today. I don't know what is wrong with me. I can't speak too well. Anyway, so there you go. It's on American Liberty Radio Podcast. Now get this. Congress wants to give itself gun rights in every state, and maybe you. After the shooting of Congressman Scalise, many politicians are looking to defend themselves. Well, that's a good sign. David Knight, Infowars.com, 12th of July, 2017. I'm going to put that, it's a video. I'm going to put that up on American Liberty Radio Podcast for you. I don't know, folks. It's up there. American Liberty Radio Podcast. Any Catholics out there? I'm curious, because Vatican swarmed with pedophiles and gay sex orgies. Top cardinal among group caught having drug-ridden gay orgies. I'm just saying, I'm going to put that on American Liberty Radio Podcast, because I read the headline. There you go. Owen Schroyer of Infowars.com, 12th of July, 2017. Folks, it's all a sham. Just all of it. It's all just a sham and a scam, and they're trying to get you to, everything. Politics, religion, all of it. All of it. CNN is nothing but a mouthpiece for the globalists, and they're also getting caught with their mouth open, lying to you. Okay? It's just, and they're indoctrinating you with bullcrap. Such as Clifford Cunningham, Infowars.com, 12th of July, 2017. Science Mag, have fewer children to stop global warming. Global warming, a Trojan horse to promote depopulation, Agenda 2030. There you go. Hello. Let me see how much time I got left. Not much. While riding public transportation and recycling are the most common methods to reduce one's carbon footprint, a new study is calling on people to save the environment by having fewer children and living entirely car-free. Quote, recycling and using public transportation are all fine and good if you want to reduce your carbon footprint, but to truly make a difference, you should have fewer children, unquote, wrote Sid Perkins in Science magazine. Quote, that's the conclusion of a new study in which researchers looked at 39 peer-reviewed papers, government reports, and web-based programs that assess how an individual's lifestyle choices might shrink their personal share of emissions, unquote. Yeah. Continuing, the study conducted by Seth Wines, or W-Y-N-E-S, is that Wins? Okay. Of Lund University in Sweden, and Kimberly Nicholas of the University of British Columbia in Canada recommends 4 dramatic lifestyle-altering decisions to reduce global warming. Quote, become a vegetarian, forego air travel, ditch your car, and most significantly, have fewer children, unquote. Yeah. I'm just going to put that on American Liberty Radio Podcast for all you guys to look at. Go interact with me on American Liberty Radio Podcast. Go let me know what you think about some of the articles and most of the articles that I'm sharing, because I'm seeing headlines that I'm not reading, so that's why. But go let me know what you think, man, because I really want to know. I really want to know. I want to know what you think. I want to interact with you. Since I can't bring you on air, I want to interact with you. So go to American Liberty Radio Podcast and let me know. Let me know what you think. Let me know what is on your mind, because it really, it's really important that we all understand one another, how we interact with one another, what goes on, how things are. We need to know this, right? We need to understand how all of this works. Okay? We need to literally have that understanding. And once we do, I think what we'll be able to do, and I know we're smart, we're intelligent people. Once we understand what's going on behind the curtain, I believe that we're going to be able to take care of the situations around us in a much more efficient manner, because we're going to know. We're going to know. We're going to understand. We're going to have that. We're going to know this stuff. I don't know how else to put it. We're going to know what's going on. Okay? I don't know what else to tell you. I really, really don't. I really don't. We need to... Well, you guys are smart enough to figure it out. You can put two and two together. You can do all the scenarios in your head and find the worst case scenario and the best case scenario. You guys can figure this out. You guys are smart enough to do that. But remember, there's always going to be somebody out there that's going to try to change your mind, and it's not going to work. That's what we have to understand. That other people out there are going to come against us in some way, shape, or form to try to get us to think their way, and it's not going to happen. You know why? Because we're some smart people. We're smart enough to see what is going on and how everything is changing in front of our eyes. We understand this. We know this. I don't know what else to tell you. But you see, here's something else. We also need to look at our family and friends. We need to understand where they're coming from. We don't need to, quote unquote, pick our battles. We need to hold them accountable for what they say. And if the subject is never breached, and if the subject is never talked about, then you don't even say anything. Because you know darn well that your friends and family who disagree with you are never going to talk to you about anything on a political level, because they know how you feel. They don't want to hear what you have to say. And at some point, you may have to bring the subject up. They may not want to hear it. They may not, want to hear what you have to say about it, but they're going to have to be held accountable for what they disagree with. And that also means that you're going to have to tell them, they're going to have to prove themselves right. If they disagree with you, why are they disagreeing with you? Show me why you disagree. They're going to come back 9 times out of 10, well, let me be a little more conservative, probably 7 times out of 10, they're probably going to look at you and go, I don't have to prove anything to anybody. Yeah, you do, jackass. You got to prove it to yourself. Why are you calling people names? Why are there... Because I'm not a politically correct talk show host, okay? I tell you how it is. If you're a dumbass, I'm going to tell you you're a dumbass. That's just the way it is. You don't drive, in the carpool lane to get around everybody. You follow the laws, you follow the rules of the road, and you drive correctly. That's a metaphor, folks, okay? Think about that one. It's a metaphor. And you snowflakes out there, you millennials out there, you don't deserve crap. You're not entitled to a freaking thing we have. You want college paid for you? How about getting a part-time job and going to school and doing all that like your great-grandparents or your grandparents did? Huh? How about doing that? Geez, what a novel idea. You actually got to get up in the morning and go to work. Holy crap. A friend of my mom's went to school to get her AA degree and another degree she was seeking. And she was in her 40s when she went back to school. Spent 10 or 12 years, I think my mom told me, going to school at night to get a degree. Hello? Welcome to the real world, snowflake. Well, you just don't know. You're one of those conservative people. No. Don't label me with this conservative bullcrap. That's a label I don't wear. That or liberal. I don't wear either one of those labels. If you want to label me, I'm independent. I'm nonpartisan. As I said in the video, if you saw that earlier, I don't believe in political parties. I believe we need to abolish all political parties. All political parties. I don't care what it is. Did you know that we had a Socialist Party of America? Did you know that we had a Communist Party of America? Did you know that there are neo-Nazis out there that still think that Hitler was is their savior? How many stupid people do you have to look at to realize there's a lot of freaking stupid people out there? We need to abolish every single political party in America and get back to the very basics of merit and character and stop funding these political parties. Well, that's a utopian idea. Oh. Your sarcasm is truly noted. Thank you. I know the arguments. I know every single damn argument anybody is ever going to, lodge against me because I've thought about these scenarios for many, many years. I've studied geopolitics for well over, this year, 40 years. 40 years. So I know exactly what the arguments are. I know how to counter those arguments with truth and facts. Thank you. And I know that the idiots out there on the liberal side of this political scale are the dumbest people on the face of the planet. Hell, I know Republicans and Democrats and liberals and conservatives who've just dropped all those labels and decided I'm independent. And guess what? They still don't talk about political stuff. They don't talk. We don't have discussions about what, did you hear what Glenn Beck said? Did you hear what Alex Jones said? Did you hear what Michael Savage said? Or, we don't have discussions like that. Or we don't even get together and say, what's your opinion about, this or about that or about immigrants or about the Islamic jihadists trying to come into America to destroy the United States? Well, what's your view on that? We don't discuss that. And they call themselves independent. No, basically what they've done is they've shed all the labels and said, I don't want to talk about any of it. Give me a sports program. I'm going to go sit on the beach somewhere with my Corona with my lemon in it, and I just want to watch the sun go down. You see what I'm saying? If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please, let me know. Email me at AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. That's the email address. Go to the website at AmericanLibertyRadio.weebly.com, AmericanLibertyRadio.weebly.com. If you want to support American Liberty Radio Network, go to the sponsors page. Yeah, if you want to advertise, you can do that too. But become a patron. Over on the left-hand side, you'll see Become a Patron. Drop $1 in the kitty to help us keep the lights on around here. That'll be good. So thank you very much for listening. I appreciate it a great deal. You guys rock. Speaking of rock, go to Radio Rock 92.6 The Blitz at 926theblitz.rocks and check out the Morning Brew from Tom Slick. Talk to you guys later. Have fun. This is American Liberty Radio Network. 12th of July, 2017. Sharing the truth one fact at a time without all the BS.